Okay, so this video is going to go through the whole About Me project HTML. You might be ready for part one. You can fast forward to the part that you need. But basically, when we start a brand new project anytime, we're going to find the web lab. If we've already started the project, then we don't need to start one. We come down to our chart to find our project. I'm going to start a brand new sheet because I want a new project so that I can code this from scratch. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and open up a web lab project, and then we're going to begin coding. So again, reminders of some stuff that we've talked about. What we'll do is name this project. So we're going to name it our last name. And then we always put the name of the project, which in this one is About Me. And then we put our class period number. I'm going to write a letter A since I'm not in a class. You're going to either write a 7 or 8 and save. Okay. We have all our tags to start, and we're going to come in between tags to this line 7, and that's where we're going to start our website. I always put a few spaces to give myself that space. Okay, and then we're going to start coding. I'm going to start with the first container tag, which is a header tag. Okay, you can pause this if you need, if I'm going too fast. We're going to type in H1, which is our main heading, and our first and last name. Again, you can pause me if you need to. Okay, we're going to go ahead and close the header. This is closing the container. When I close all the containers on the screen, everything down here should turn blue. Okay, if I have pink here, that means something is open. If I have pink higher up, that means I have an error. Okay, I'm going to hit enter to get to line 10, and we're going to go ahead and code a div. This is another container. Okay. We're going to go ahead and find an image. We made a collage of ourselves. If you did not make the collage, you can go ahead and get your Pixton avatar, the headshot version. So if you didn't make a collage, you can go ahead and get your Pixton avatar character. I made a collage, so I'm going to go ahead and get mine from my paper. Okay. I am going to go ahead and download my collage by coming up here to File. Once it loads, File, and you can download it as either a PNG or a JPEG. So File, Download. I'm going to do it as a JPEG. Doesn't matter. Okay, and then it downloads to your computer. Then I can come back to code.org. I'm going to come to line 11. I'm going to add image. I'm going to upload a file. I'm going to come to my downloads or my recent files. And it should be right there. Of course, mine didn't download right, so it's not right now. Let me go ahead and download it again. I think it's still loading. File, download. I don't know why it's not downloading. I might have to use a different image for just a minute then, which is fine. Oh, there it is, downloading. Just took my computer a bunch of time today. Okay. Once it downloads, I'm going to try and close maybe some of my tabs. It copies it. Got it. I'm going to come back to my coding screen. Okay, that should speed up some stuff. Okay, upload it. Get it from, and that might have given you some time to catch up. Recent. It should be right there for me. There it is. About Me JPEG. Open. Okay. It's going to load right here. Once I've coded it. I don't know why it didn't. There it is. It should go ahead. I'm going to refresh my screen because maybe it's just my Chromebook not loading right. There it is. Okay, we're going to rename it with this little black triangle, rename. We're going to call it selfie. And don't delete the JPEG part, that stays, or the PNG. File name has to stay. We're going to click on it, scroll down. We want the red box, which is the HTML, copy, highlight, Control C, come back to our index, Control V to paste. Okay. We have to add an image description. This is for somebody who can't see our image if they're visually impaired, or if our code breaks, we describe our image. So selfie of Katie Watts. Okay. Save and refresh. And then there it is. Okay. Going to hit enter and close the div. Backslash, remember, closes it. It's like a closed door. And then I'm going to go ahead and open my next container, which is the main. I'm going to go ahead and make some paragraphs. I'm going to go ahead and copy these from my, well, no, I'm not actually, because I don't have it open. I'm going to type them real fast. Or we have an H2, sorry, a heading. We're going to say about me, capital letters for our headings. And close the H2. Enter. P. We're going to write several sentences. You can catch up. Hi, my name is Katie Watts, period. I am a student at Sam's, period. I like to, and then 3 things, hike, comma, read, comma, and code, period. I have, and then pet, and if you have no pets, no pets. If you have a pet dog, whatever you have, pet cats, period. I have 1 sibling, however many siblings you have, 0 siblings, 1 sibling, 2 siblings, whoever you want to count as siblings. Okay. Next, H2. We're going to make a second heading. More about me. Backsplash H2. Enter. Another paragraph. P. We're going to do I am in 8th grade, period. My favorite subject is math or whatever. My favorite food is, and whatever your favorite food is, period. Close the paragraph. Enter. We're going to go ahead and code the close main to close that section. Again, should have no blue or no pink at this point at the bottom. And moving forward, going to open a section tag. It's another container, so enter. We need an image. This one is going to be a row of something. So we're going to come up with a list of your favorite things. I always do my favorite books, so I type in clip art row of books. Okay. And I find one, and we're going to remove the background format. So you need remove BG. Okay. Go ahead and remove the background from this clip art. I'm going to pick this one right here, drag it over, drop it off. Okay. Real quick. And so this is the topic of your list. So you might do my favorite candy and find a row of candy, my favorite football, and do a row of footballs. Whatever it is, type a clip art row of, and you can generally find an image. We're going to add that image quickly. Okay, adding file, recent, and come here and add it, download. Okay, it's added, X, renaming it. This is row pick. Okay, rename, row pick, all one word. Okay, now we're coding it by clicking on it, copying this, coming over here, index, paste. Going to add the description. This is a row of books. Okay, coming to the next line, we're going to make a list. So we need a heading for our list that says my, and so it's an H3. Okay, and it's going to say my 5 favorite books, or whatever your favorite things are. So my favorite songs, my favorite candy, and it's an H3. Now we're going to start the list. I start it with an OL. That's an ordered list. I make an LI open, and I make an LI closed right behind it. And then what I like to do is I copy these. We have 5 things in our list. So I'm going to copy this and paste it 4 more times. So I'm going to hit enter, paste, enter, paste, enter, paste, enter, paste. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then close the OL, \close. Once I've done that, I'm going to go in and I'm going to type in my items that I like. Dear Debbie, hey, right between the tags. Juniper, game, woman, down, winter of fire, and I forgot something, last letter. This was also forgot one thing. She needs you to come back up here after the alt, after that thing, we're going to add an ID tag, ID. And you should be able to come in to this and go space ID equals, it should have predictive text, but equals quotation marks, and we're going to call this LP. Okay, that one's going to, or no, RP, that's row pick, sorry. RP, LP. I think I put LP. Let's go with that. Okay. And then we're going to come here and we are going to put on our thing a list pick. Then we went to, oh, I called that row. Yes, row pick. Okay, then we're going to go to our next page of my notes. Where did I lose my notes? I'm going to close the section that we're in. We're in the, I can't find my paper. Oh, right here. Close the section. After we put one more picture, we need a list pick. So you're going to actually get one of the items right off your list. So I'm going to find the book, Dear Debbie. Book, Dear Debbie. Okay. I'm going to save a copy of the image. We're almost done. 2 fingertip, save as. Okay. Oh, I can't save that one. That's not a JPEG. 2 finger click, save as. That's a JPEG. Save. Come back to my code. Add image. Upload. Recent. Same thing we've been doing now. Open. We're going to call this one list pick. So LIST, PIC, one word. Okay, coding it with the red. Copy, coming back to the index, pasting. Okay, image description should be cover of Dear Debbie book. Okay, enter. Now we're going to, and then we need to add the ID to this one. ID, I don't know why the predictive text isn't working today. Space, ID equals, and the quotation marks. And then we're going to use the word, this one is pick 3. Okay. And then I'm going to come down here to line 30, and I'm going to close the section. Okay. And then real quick, going to open an article. Enter. I'm going to go ahead and do an H4. All right. And then I'm going to type subscribe to my newsletter to learn more about me. H4, close. Going to make an input box so they can give me their email address. So input. Okay. Type, and you can choose the predictive text. There is the predictive text. Input, type, and then email in that. And then placeholder, predictive text comes up, equals the words your email for them to know what to type. And then on this side, I can put the close bracket, and then I need a button. So button, enter, close button. And then I want one more, when, an H4, when did you Visit my site, question mark, H4, close. We're going to use the input tag again to create something different this time. So input and type equals, if again, we want date for this one. Okay, and just close bracket. And then in input, we're going to make a button this way too. You can make a button two different ways, either using input or the button tag. Input type, we're going to use the word submit. That'll make a submit button. There's also a button. Submit, enter, and then finally close the article. We haven't hit save in a while, so go ahead and hit refresh and save to see what you've created down here. Excellent. Okay, everything should be blue. We're going to do our final container. So we're going to do an HR, which is just a line. It doesn't close. It's different. Footer, close. And then a P with an ID. P ID equals, there it comes, foot. Okay, and the other bracket. And then this site was coded by Katie Watts 2026. Okay, and then close P and close footer and HR to finish it up. And then if you have any extra gap between the body and the HTML close, you just close that up, and that should finish everything up. Nothing should be red, and everything should be working fine. If you have any questions, come see me.